Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, my channel. Hopefully you're doing well. I got a download earlier, something to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 lifetimes, 7 generations, 7 past lives, something like that. But whatever it is, it has to do in accordance with a repetitive cycle, something that's continued constantly, that was always fulfilled. And I'm not talking in a positive sense. This is more like something like betrayal or something like that that was done on a regular basis. And this time around, it's not happening, okay? So we got Gemini. These are the original zodiacs, okay? The 13 zodiacs. You can do your research for the timeline when it comes to birth dates and stuff like that. It doesn't mean you're not a Gemini. It just means the original zodiacs have 13, not 12. All right, let's get this started. Let's go with past lives since we started with that. And this could have been something that was done on when it comes to betrayal. So specific people that went up against you, Gemini, somebody that did something, or people that did something. This time around, they're not able to do so. They were not able to fulfill whatever this was and betray you again. Okay, we got 2 here. Past life oracle card. So we've got orphan and we've got leaving or travel. So in a previous life, you could have lost your parents, or maybe you were orphaned, or maybe that's what they did in order for them to claim whatever they wanted to claim, whether this be generational wealth or something like that. Leaving or travel, you could have been the runner in this situation. You could have left several times, but wherever you went, there was a lot of gang stalking, there was a lot of following, there was a lot of people being sent into your life, whether you were awake and aware or not, and they were constantly bombarding you with people to come in, maybe love bombing you, or doing whatever they could so that you could not get whatever fulfillment that you were meant to get. Now, I don't know if previous to the 7 times or 7 generations, there was something that occurred that was like a development of anger, development of jealousy, or some sort of like spite. But whatever this is, it's a powerful energy, and this has continued for a long fucking time. But it's not being fulfilled this time. It's not being done. Okay. Island Time Wellness card for Gemini. Before we get into the tarot, I just want a little bit more. I want to do this before the sun goes down. It's almost like trials and tribulations, but in this case, it was like a lot of backstab and betrayal. So whatever you went through, whatever you suffered through, you're in a time right now where you've become free. You maybe figured it out, because this is a time of an awakening. A lot of people are really starting to catch on, and they're starting to figure out what's going on behind the scenes, and they're starting to protect themselves. So you could have already took initiative. You could have already started to do whatever you needed to do. Bringing down the hammer, okay? Sabotage, rebuilding, integration, repetitive, persistent, and working on it. Like I said, this is a cycle. It's continued, but I think you're calling judgment on it now. You may know exactly who it's coming from, whoever's trying to block, stop, or sabotage you. What else can we get here? Mask. Not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. So like I said, a lot of people were coming in. They were maybe showing you one mask when really truly they were feeling a different way about it. Now, whether or not they're fully awake and aware, they could have been doing this stuff based off of past lifetimes. So this carries on in their DNA, and whatever that has been passed down to them, it's like a memory, and they could be acting out based off this memory even though they're not even fully aware, or they could very much be aware of it, and maybe they were taking advantage of the fact that you weren't fully aware of it in the past. They succeeded several times before, but not this time. Whatever this is, you're definitely getting a head start. You have been given certain wisdom and knowledge within this bag, okay? So just because we carry baggage doesn't necessarily mean it has to be all trauma. Sometimes it's information that was never taught to us, or information that's been given to us. If you started seeing certain signs and synchronicities, if you were starting to get downloads and your ancestors were really giving you a heads up and letting you know, they are protecting you. Okay, what else can we get here for Gemini? Pardon me. The dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. So you're adapting really quickly. This is not something to be delicate about. This is not something like to beat around the bush. This is very important. This message, whoever this is for, take it as it resonates. But I'm speaking to specific Geminis out there that have gone through a long line of betrayal, a long line of defeat. You may have suffered by the hands of others in so many different ways I can't even count right now. One of which could have been, pardon me, the R word. Another one could have been to the back of the head. Another one could have been to the chest. There was a lot, okay? All right, let's tap in. Oracle cards. Be kind about this reminder for Gemini, all right? Let's try to get some encouraging information for them, whatever they need to know right now. There's a procedure for this. So I guess your ancestors have helped you through each past lifetime too. This isn't the first time. This isn't their first rodeo either. They've tried to help you in every lifetime. Maybe it was them at one point, and maybe you're the reincarnation. So they are trying to help you succeed at whatever this is, because you are doing good and they believe in you. They trust in you to get this job done. The Empress. All right, so you're aware this time. You know fully what's going on. You're fully developed. You are becoming, what is that word? You're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your light. You're stepping into whatever this is. You're sitting upon your throne. You're doing whatever. You made quick decisions, very quick decisions, especially when it came to you feeling awkward or feeling a sense of energy that was off. It's almost like you'd be going about your day and then you would get like this sneaking suspicion about something, and you'd be like, something's not right. And you would start looking around you. You start really listening to how people are talking. You would get heads up notification from your guides or your own intuition, like spot on. It's like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this. Maybe sometimes you didn't even know exactly why it is you're doing what you're doing, but you just did it anyway. You're like, okay, I need to go over here and do this, or I need to cancel that, or I need to go over here and lock my doors, or I need to move locations, or maybe I need to leave that specific party or that job or whatever it is. Whatever it is, you've been listening to your intuition and it has been bang on. A lot has to do with Mercury retrogrades too. When it comes to the changing of energies and the shifts that are happening, you're very in tune with that. You know exactly when things are shifting and when you need to make certain chess moves, so to speak. What else can we get here for Gemini? You blow them away. You literally are blowing these people away, the ones that thought they could get away with this again. Now, they may be in different human bodies and shapes and form this time around. Maybe in the past couple times they were like an acquaintance or somebody that you worked with, something to do with like building. Maybe they collapsed something on you on purpose just so that, I don't know, for getting the accolades or getting the rewards or the credit for something that it was that you were doing. Holy crap. Give me a breather for a second here. Whatever this is, it's very urgent, and you don't hesitate when you're being told to do something. You do it right away. Yeah, there was a form of bondage here. They want you bound to something. They want to bind you to something. Now, I personally don't get too much into the spell work for binding people. I'm not interested in that because I know that will come back to me. And I really don't favor that kind of witchcraft. I'm into healing personally. On my channel, if you've watched my videos, you know full well that I'm into healing, especially past life trauma. Or even just current life trauma, just childhood trauma that you've experienced in this lifetime, in this vessel. But whatever this is, they wanted to do it several times. 8 of Swords. So this could be the 8th time coming around. It didn't happen. It's not dug in the ground. It's not like the sword in the stone. It's not set in stone. There is no way they can get away with doing what they did in the past to you this time around. This could be over. There's the building in the back, but there's no door. And it's almost like her herself. She's kind of put up on this, like, it's almost like a stem. Like she's the rose or something like that. That's what I'm noticing right now. But this building in the background, it doesn't have a doorway. So they could have found an entrance, or they could have found some sort of way to keep the gates open so that they could still keep attacking you and doing whatever they want. But this time around, your eyes are closed, but it doesn't mean you can't see. I'm getting a little bit chilly here. I should have done it earlier when the sun was like right here, but now that it's still out, but like the house is kind of blocking me. So maybe you felt blocked off to a lot of things, and they were purposefully trying to knock you off your high horse or keep you at a low vibrational state so that you couldn't function, so that you couldn't do what you wanted to do, which is shitty if you ask me. But I've had my share of ups and downs, and I've been through a lot of shit too. Listen to your intuition, okay? So whatever you're listening to, keep doing that. Even if it seems odd when it comes to protecting yourself. That's appropriate. So definitely keep listening to your intuition. You are the Empress, masculine or feminine, all right? Just and fair. And your inner child says, hey, I love you and I miss you and all the fun we have, smile. Okay, so you're still tapped in and in tune with your inner child. If you feel like there's a lot of responsibility placed on you right now and you're feeling the need to constantly act on your intuition, make sure to make time for having fun too, okay? Make sure to enjoy little things, even if it's like breathing in the fresh air and watching the birds, or going to the park or something like that. Whatever it is that you really enjoy doing, don't forget about you. 3 is really important. Okay, the Empress is 3, and then Gemini breaks down to a 3. It could be a life path number 3 as well. What else can we get for Gemini? I'm like shaky. I should have brought a blanket. Not that warm yet. You could be having noise issues too, people trying to distract you. Let's say you're out meditating in the backyard, or you go somewhere and then all of a sudden you hear construction, people banging loud, or like a skill saw or something like that, and you're like, or like you perfectly get your peace, and then you get like crows cawing around you, or maybe somebody's starting up a lawnmower, because people are doing that right now. The grass is growing. Be kinder to yourself. It becomes easier to accept others. So even though there's a lot of harsh things that have been done to you, not just in the past, but currently, does not mean you can't be kinder to yourself. And then you would understand too, because the more kind you are and the more you understand both light and dark side of yourself, the more you are able to forgive other people for what they're doing, especially if they don't realize what they're doing fully. Like they don't fully compromise how detrimental it is to their own well-being, this attacking you, especially if you're a starseed or you're somebody like an earth angel or this Empress energy. If they're fucking with you, they're gonna have a real hard time coming up out of whatever they're building on top of them. That was a huge bird that just flew over my head. There was 2. Let your ancestors know that you're fully aware that they're helping you. Let your guardian angels or archangels, whatever it is that you really truly believe, let them know that you thank them for helping. You thank them for giving you the guidance and any signs and synchronicities that you may need in this time, because it's really important, okay? You have done all that was expected of you. Be at peace with yourself. Right? It's not easy sometimes when we keep going and going and going and going. And I speak from experience, and people are continuously doing this and you're always on your toes. It's almost like setting you in like a fight flight mode, but you can be at peace. You will have time to do things for yourself. Okay. You have done everything you can. So in a more optimistic point of view, thank yourself for getting this far and say, you know what, I've made it. I finally made it. I did everything that was expected of me, and I can relax. I am protected. I am guided. Everything I need is within me and around me will be provided. Be kinder to you, okay? It does get easier as you go. As the Empress, you should realize that as well. Not everything lasts forever. Even going through torture or any kind of trauma or something like that, nothing lasts forever. That shit doesn't last forever. Even the evil people that do fucked up shit because they're in pain, right? It doesn't last forever. They can't carry that because eventually it'll be too much for them to carry. It will be too much of a burden on them. And the more they stack up the karma, it's like, it's just going to be worse for them. All right, let's get a little bit more on this orphan card here. What's this? Could just be feeling alone. The Lovers. So make sure that you are appreciating the people around you that do love and care about you, and the ones that aren't gaslighting you, okay? The ones that aren't putting on these false personas, the ones that allow you and lift you up and allow you to be your authentic self. Make sure that you're appreciating them as well too. That is protected. If you're not with anybody right now, that's okay. You could be getting ready to get into union with somebody. What else do we have here for orphan? Your past lovers could have been one of the ones that betrayed you, but it doesn't feel like that's the case this time around. Can we get a little bit more on orphan and lovers? Orphan and lovers, please and thank you. Page of Swords. All right. Whoever it is that you're getting together with, you and this other person could have went through very similar things. So maybe they have a little bit more understanding, and you both are growing and you're both kind of healing together, which is nice. Can we get a little bit for leaving or travel? Ace of Clubs. Whatever decisions you're going to make based off the knowledge that you already have is going to help guide you, okay? You're in control of the situation. You have the means to go down these pathways, or in a specific case, this pathway. Whatever you're doing, you've taken charge, okay? You're not afraid. It doesn't feel like there's any kind of fear here. Can we get a little bit more on the Eight of Swords? This binding energy that they keep sending. Yeah, because you're the star. Okay, Gemini? Some people fail to see in themselves what they see in you, and it can be overwhelming. It could be disheartening. If you have taken the necessary steps again and again, not just in this lifetime but previous lifetimes, they could be very frustrated at the fact that they cannot defeat you. Keep going. Do not give up on yourself. Don't for a second think that there isn't more to this, okay? And your inner child is with you as well. They very much love you, and they want you to be a little bit more gentle with yourself. Even when it seems like a lot's coming at you, you got to keep going, okay? Get a little bit more here. Empress energy. Taking charge. Six of Cups. Okay, so these people could have been definitely working together. You could be working together to collaborate with other people, but this feels like an external energy. This doesn't feel like a current energy for your own well-being. This feels like people that have done purposefully set things up each step of the way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. This could have been 4 years running so far that you've been doing pretty good, maybe more. No matter what they seem to throw at you. Can we get a little bit more here? Six of Cups energy. What's that? The Seven of Cups, it came out, but it came out in reverse. So they're running out of options. They're running out of choices. Whatever it was they were doing in the past. Like I said, this is seven past lives, 7 traditional generations, whatever this is, 7 times they have done something. This 8th time, they're not going to get away with it. Can we get a little bit more on the Eight of Swords? Done. Okay? It's done. Whatever this is done. They can't do this anymore. That's a flat in your face, fuck you. Shoal, a multitude, a crowd, a sandbank or a bar. Shallow, to be become more shallow, okay? So whoever these people are, they may have been very shallow people. They could have been putting on a lot of masks. You could have not have known previously, but maybe since you've had your awakening, you're fully aware. Whatever this is, it's definitely shocking to them, okay? But it is like a crowd, so it's a multitude of people. And this could have something to do with the bar as well. So it doesn't necessarily mean at the bar, like where you go for drinks, but this could be like the bar. This could be legal. Getting chilly. Cold to the bone. Succinct. Compressed into a few words, brief and concise. So whatever this is, it sums it up really quickly. This is done. End of story. This is something that is said really quickly, a few words to describe it, and that's it. Whatever this is. And the word I'm reading right now, like I'm trying to spell it out. It's Succinct. I've never read that in my life. I've never even knew that was a word. Succinct. That could be a good way of transmuting negative energy. Your words are very powerful if you need to sing anything out loud. What else we got? Shrewd, astute, sagacious, discerning, and sharp. Okay? So like I said, you're on point, Empress energy. You know exactly what's going on. I think you've even gotten a glimpse into your Akashic record too. You've been told exactly what's going on, so this doesn't happen again. It shouldn't happen again. There's no reason for it to happen again. Like I said, not everything lasts forever, and that includes the negative bullshit that's been going on. How do you like me without any makeup? Got a little bit of rose, but other than that, the people you've been dealing with could really care about your looks. Maybe you're a very good-looking individual. Maybe you are, you carry yourself gracefully. You could be very youthful looking, possibly. What else can we get here? Let's try the big book. I'm cold. I'm blue. Da boo dee da boo da da boo dee da boo da da boo dee da. Terrace, tree-lined garden, walk-in, ancient Rome. Okay, so this could have ancient Rome ties. This could be something that you have yourself. Maybe that's something you take pride in, or something that you do. You're gardening, like a walk-in garden. That's very interesting. I think walk-in gardens are beautiful. You know, where you have like, I don't know if it's called a trellis. It's like it almost looks like a doorway. That's very symbolic too. Get back to that doorway. Your garden's sacred. Whatever it is that you hold is sacred. And they can't just come in and destroy it. Not this time. Whatever they're trying to do. You could be dealing with a Cancerian. Somebody born in July. What's the cusp? For this one, for the 13 zodiacs, this is June 20th to July 20th. Which is really interesting because I believe Cancerian would be July 20th in the traditional 12. I don't even know why I say traditional. But anyways, yeah. Twins as well. Duality. I didn't even get a word this time, just like we'll go all the way to it. Building. So foundations. Your foundation that you built's really sturdy, okay? Whatever they tried to do, this is what I came to. It said demolish a building or city, destroy a town to the ground, erase, deserted and falling into ruins. Whatever they have tried to do to you is going to end up happening to them. Unfortunately, with this death energy, it's no fucking joke. This is not to be taken lightly. This is really serious. Since the beginning of this fucking reading, there is no joke to this. There's... What else can we get for this group or these people? Came out right on top of death. The Queen of Coins energy, but she was spinning. somebody with a lot of money. Maybe they are used to pulling strings. Maybe they're used to doing certain things with people. She sits comfortably on her throne. She's never really had to move from there. And I don't want to say this with any disrespect to any Queen of Coins, because there's women out there that do a lot of good with their money, okay? So take this as it resonates. But whoever you're dealing with, Gemini, this is a spinning Queen of Coins. So this could be spiral. Maybe they're going down a spiral route. They hold a lot of, it's interesting, they have the duality of dark and light knowledge, not just the dark knowledge. They have a lot of light knowledge too. It's funny, they sit in the light, they sit as light, but they have a lot of dark knowledge too, and I don't know why, but that fruit bowl in the background's catching my attention. So this is the dark, I'm seeing, knowledge, and this is the light knowledge. Whoever this person is, masculine or feminine, it's a Queen of Coins, and they hold both. So this could be like an older, maybe this is like elderly energy, like matriarch, patriarch, somebody that sits, it's established, whoever this is, but it came over death. They best be careful. I'm telling you, if they keep fucking around like this, it's not going to be pretty. What else can we get here? Queen of Coins. Oh, that was quick. The world in the reverse. Yeah, it's going to be an end to their world. Okay. Don't know what else I can say about that. Let's get a little bit more on this Lover's energy under Orphan. This could be somebody that you came across. Somebody that's helping you balance, somebody that's helping you weigh options, somebody that's not going to allow you to just fall through the cracks. You're paying close attention, all right? Notice how this person's coming up to like a gap here. But the pentacle itself is almost like placed there as a bridge with the water in the background, chaos water in the background. This isn't calm water. This is like sloshing around and stuff, and the wind's blowing clearly because the cape is going everywhere, but it's a cape of purple. So your third eye chakra is like lit. You and this other person are probably working together. This is like this is nice. It's a nice balance. It's comfortable. Oh my God, Gypsy, calm down. You're not going to catch the birds. You know what's weird is sometimes when I'm doing my readings, the cats lose their shit, or they get the zoomies and they just start like going nuts everywhere throughout the house or whatever. So whoever this person is, partner or individual, you found this one all the way over to the left. Logic, judgment. Judgment's being called on this, and this person could very well be helping you with that as well. And you got 2 10s in a row. So like 2 new beginnings as the Roman numeral up here. Okay, 10 and 10. It's also gifts too. All right, speaking of, let's get to it. We'll do the runes. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory, like everything I've said right now. Yeah, you got 2 gifts here. People. Gifts. So 2 people with gifts or 2 gifts. Gibo, gift, generosity, trust, partnership, love, marriage, relationship, exchange, and tests. Letter G, also sacral, root, and heart chakra. And then 2 piled on top of each other right here would be in-laws. And that's God, in-laws, fertilization, actualization, beginning, balance, productivity, growth, common sense, family, left-hand side, common sense, family, home, relief. Relief standing out to me, that's very vibrant. Nature, frith, plenty, and faith. And that's the letter N, and little g. Can also look like a diamond too. You know, in the bicycle lane. And that would be root chakra, third eye chakra, and heart chakra. I'm so happy for you. Whatever this is, it's amazing. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, I don't want to look at them. Leaving or travel. So you might have to travel again, or maybe somebody is going to be leaving a situation. I don't see you having to leave. Can I get 1 card for leaving or travel? I got the 4 runes here. I'm just putting them down gently, okay? Nine of Clubs in reverse. So you're not skeptical about anything. If you need to leave or if you need to do something, I'm pretty sure you're fully aware of what you need to do next. You're not like off put or anything's throwing you off your course. You're straight away. All right, so let's get these runes here. You got Uruz. Okay. It's this one here. Can also look like this one over here. Looks like an N. And that is strength, willpower, power, speed, desire, courage, ox, energy. The letter U, and it's heart chakra and solar plexus. Then you've got Othelon. Nice. All right, inheritance, short or long-term, heritage, tradition, nobility, grief, property, home, separation, group order, experience, plenty, goddess, and legacy. It's a letter O and little g, and it's also third eye, root chakra, and heart chakra. That's this one here. This one almost looks like the Jesus fish. And then you've got nowadays, need, can be unfulfilled if no self-love, responsibility, hardship, delay, necessity, endurance, survival. Endurance pops out, and so does necessity. Determination, patience, constraint, shame, or test. It's a letter N, and it's a sacral, root, and heart chakra. That's this one here. That could be what they're placing on you too. It almost looks like the cross, to bear the cross. And then you've got Anzus. Anzir, God, prosperity, vitality, signals, Odin, leader, justice, communication, insight, truth, wisdom, mouth, and guilt. All right, that's the letter A, and that's the throat chakra. Whole on throat chakra right there. Looks like an F facing down. All right, hopefully this helps. Remember to love you. Please do, Gemini. You're doing great. Don't you worry about them. They can't do whatever it is that they're trying to do to you. It will end their world. Legit.